The only way for you to get ahead in life is to live on less than you earn so you can save and you can invest. But if you really want to speed that up, you gotta learn to make more money. Today, I'm gonna give you 5 ways to increase your income. So stay tuned. All right, welcome back. So if you're new to the channel, on Thursdays we talk about investing. Typically we talk about cryptocurrency investing, talk about some other asset classes as well. On Tuesdays I like to talk about before you invest. We talk about things that you need to have more success, make more income so that you can invest more. I believe it's the only way to get ahead in life is to invest. You gotta live on less than you earn so you can save, so you can invest, so you can get ahead. Now today, we're talking about before you invest, and we are going to talk about increasing your income. You gotta increase your income so you can invest more. Now, you need to increase your income as well because you can only lower your expenses so much, right? There's 2 levers that you have. You can increase your income and you can lower your expenses. That's it. And so I highly recommend you lower your expenses, and I've made videos about that. Lowering your expenses, taking budgets, getting rid of debt, etc. But you can only lower it so much. Eventually, you're living, next to nothing. So you really need to focus on increasing your income. And I think that's actually the easier thing to do. I mean, cutting out some unnecessary spending is one thing, but at some point you need to have a basic quality of life, and so you need to learn to increase your income. So today I want to talk about some ways that you can increase your income, and these can work for employees or business owners, either way. So no matter if you're an employee or a business owner, future business owner, wherever you're at, you can use these principles that I'm going to give you right now to increase your income. All right, so the first one, number 1, is that you need to become more valuable as an employee. Really, to increase your income, you have to become more valuable, period. And I've talked about this before. If you've been with me for a while, you heard me say this, is you have to increase the value that you provide. That's what we get paid for. We get paid for the value that we provide. Now, as a business owner, I get paid for the value I provide to my customers. As an employee, I get paid for the value that I provide to my employer, to my boss, right? And so if I want to earn more, even as an employee, I have to become more valuable. Now, what many employees maybe don't realize is that for a business owner, one of the hardest things of being a business owner is finding good people. It's so hard to find good people. And so if you could just make yourself good people, if you could make yourself valuable, if you could be a hard worker, you would get a good job. Business owners would much rather pay a better than average wage to somebody that actually was providing a better value, because it's so hard to find good people. They're gonna pay you more. All you have to do is put in above average work. It's not that much harder. So many people just treat their job as a job. They put in the bare minimum, they work to 9 to 5, and then they leave, right? But you need to be different. You need to ask yourself, how can I become more valuable? And just ask yourself that. Think about that question over and over. How can I bring in more revenue is probably a better question. How can I bring in more revenue, or how can I help them save more money? Like I said, we have those 2 levers. So as helping my employer, could I help them bring in more revenue, or could I help them save more money? Either way, I'm going to be more valuable to them, right? So what is it that I can learn that I can help them do that? What is it that I can do to help them earn more or save more? All right, so think about in those terms. Now, the next thing that you want to do is start to advertise your worth. And when I say advertise your worth, I'm not talking about going around and to everybody trying to toot your own horn, but just talk about things you're doing. Like, for example, oh, I'm taking this course and I'm learning this new skill, or I enrolled at this seminar and I'm gonna learn about these new things, or I started doing marketing, or now I'm doing copywriting, or whatever. So just talk about the skills that you're doing. Talk about the work that you're putting into yourself, so they know that you have those new skills. All right, you got to advertise those new skills. No one's going to know about them. Start to talk about problems that you're solving, things like that. And don't just try and take it all for yourself. Also, you want to be a good teammate. So use those skills to help other people out. Give credit to other people. Be that good teammate, because it all comes back together. And then after you've been sowing those seeds, you've been advertising your new skills, you've been showing that you're growing, you've been being a good team member, when the time's right, then you got to strike. So when the opportunity comes, your boss is there, there's an opportunity to move into this new area, you can say, hey, I would like to take that. I can provide more value there. I've been building my skills. And by that time, you'll have this track record built up. You'll have this performance built up, and they'll believe in you, and you can take that job. So that's how you do that. And as you do that, you'll just continue to increase your value, and you'll continue to provide more and more and more. All right. Now, that's one way to do it. Another way to do it that may be even faster is you need to move into the company's profit stream. All right. So really, if you think about this, if you can help them do their human resources better, it's probably not going to make that much of a difference at the end of the day. If you can help them in their shipping department, it may not help them that much at the end of the day. I hate to break it to you. So really, you want to be in the revenue stream. I'm talking about the money. Like I said earlier, you want to make them more money, you want to save them more money. So think about it. If I break down the typical company down, corporation down, there's probably 3 types of jobs. There's technical jobs. So technical jobs are legal, accounting, finance, things like that. We have operational, which are customer service, fulfillment, and other operational jobs like that. And then we have the revenue generating. These are the ones I'm talking about. These are the rainmakers, right? These are the ones that bring the customers, bring the sales, they contribute to the bottom line. So these are going to be the salespeople, the sales reps, the people doing the marketing, the copywriting, and things like that. And so those people are the ones that are producing the revenue. And if you can move into that revenue stream where the revenue is being produced, you're going to have a much better chance of adding more value, and then adding more value, you make more money. So you need to think about it and look for where the money is made, and then try to move into that. All right. Now, I mean, it's pretty simple, right? If you went to your boss and said, hey, if I brought $250,000 of more sales to you, would you be willing to pay me 20 grand of that? It's like, of course they would. I mean, think about that. If someone brought you $250,000 of new sales, would you? Of course, right? So like this 10x formula is kind of standard. Like most sales reps make 10%. So if I could bring $1 million of revenue, I mean, I should be able to get 100 grand. That's just kind of how that goes. Or if I could figure out how to save them $1 million worth of revenue, then maybe I could get a piece of that, right? So think about that. Think about this 10x multiple. And I want to either increase their revenue directly or increase the revenue through cutting expenses. Either one of those is the way to do that. Now, another way to do that, even if you're an employee, is to become what we call an intrapreneur. So not an entrepreneur, but an intrapreneur. And an intrapreneur is kind of like an entrepreneur, except for they're working inside a company, not outside. All right, they're working inside. And so basically you could look inside your company that you're working for right now and figure out a way that you could increase value for them, provide more value. And it might be starting your own project. Like, hey, I see you have these products right here, but really if the customers had this product, I think they could do really good. And so maybe you talk to your boss and said, hey, I'd really like to try and see if I could create this product to sell to these customers. And you're an intrapreneur, and you say, would you allow me some resources and some time to do that? And if I'm able to generate some sales, maybe you give me 10% of those sales or something like that. And they would probably say yes. And so you could use the company's resources, the protection of the company, their assets, their money, their customer list to create your own company, right? And if you can deliver results, they're going to pay you for that, all right? And that's the best way to, especially to try out your entrepreneurial vision before you go outside. So think about that. Be inside the company. How could I be an intrapreneur? And I'm sure you can find some opportunities there. Now, another one, number 4, is you need to develop skills that can scale. All right, so these are high income skills. All right, the world's changing and you need to develop new skills. And so I'm not talking about a new job or a profession. I'm talking about skills. So, a lot of times people think I need to go back and get a PhD or whatever. I need to get a new, so I can get this new job, this new profession. But I'm talking about skills, because skills are always going to stay with you. Skills are always transferable, and a job's not. And what happens is I can get skills and I can start to stack them. I can start to combine these skills together. And skills can be developed in a short period of time. Skills can be learned in weeks or months, not years, all right? Now, when I talk about skills, I'm talking about skills like search engine optimization, copywriting, right? Facebook advertising, things like that. Those are skills that I can learn relatively quickly and I can deploy out. And I don't need a college degree to do them. And the worth is going to be dictated by me, not my employer. And again, this kind of moves me into the revenue stream. These high income skills will be ones that can be applied in the revenue stream. Maybe it's just learning how to do sales. Like I said, maybe you've never done sales before. Believe it or not, there's about 1 million books written on sales, and it's actually much easier. There's a very scientific method to sales. Anybody can learn it. You may have this false belief where you can't do sales, but anybody could do sales if you learn the right process. So, anyway, look for these skills that you can scale out. So, like I said, if I'm doing SEO, so I'm going to take this course on search engine optimization. I'm going to learn how to do it. Then at my current employer, I'm going to offer to do that inside their company. So now I'm providing more value to my boss for that, making them more money. Then I can take those skills and I can start to apply them outside of that company. And then I can even take that same skill and apply it to my own company. So now I'm really good at driving traffic through search engines. I can work with other local businesses to drive traffic to them. And I can even start my own online store because now I know how to drive traffic. Or I want to do Facebook marketing. So I've taken this Facebook marketing course. Now I ask my boss if I can help do marketing for them and I'm doing good there. Then I can start to find other clients outside I can do it for. And then eventually I want to start my own affiliate business and start driving traffic to my affiliate business and I can make money. You see, and these skills, now I do SEO, then I learn Facebook and I start to stack these skills up. I learn copywriting and they all start to stack up. So what I hear most in response to these, I'm going to go ahead and just talk about it, is what if I'm not creative? I don't have any ideas like this. Like, Mark, I hear this a lot. Like, Mark, you're so creative. You have all these ideas. I don't have any ideas. And I just tell people it's not because I was just born with all these ideas. The reason why I have all these ideas is because of what I input in. So I listen to podcasts, I listen to audiobooks, I read books, I watch YouTube videos. I am constantly consuming information. And what happens is all that information comes in your brain organizes it together and it spits out ideas. It's not magic. And so if you don't have these ideas, you think you're not creative, you're kind of stuck in a rut, it's because you don't have enough input. You're probably feeding your brain full of junk. I hate to tell you, but radio, listening to music, listening to talk radio, watching TV, that's all junk food. It's junk food for your brain. It's not doing anything. You want to put stuff that stimulates in. So listen to business podcasts, listen to marketing podcasts, look at books, read audiobooks, all these things. Put good information in and good stuff will come out, right? Junk in, junk out. Put good stuff in, good stuff comes out, and you're gonna have those ideas. Hopefully that makes sense. If you like this video, give me some thumbs up. If you don't like the video, give me a thumbs down. Either way, I wanna know your feedback. As always, leave your comments down below. I love to respond to every single comment. You know that if you've been watching my videos for any time at all. And that's it. To your success.